Good morning. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading. Thursday morning trading. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. Not sure there's anybody here yet, which is fine. Starting the day from last night's stream up $134. We'll hope to add to that today. Let's see how the markets are moving overnight. Get the NASDAQ. Sold off at the start, consolidated. They've been moving up. A couple pullbacks, but toward the high of the range. A little over 100-point range. S&P, pretty much the same moves. And about a 21-point range there. See copper after its big day yesterday has pulled back a bunch. Readjust that line. There we go. Yep. About 120 ticks. Gold. It's been about 10 points. Came down, came back up. Looks like it's trying to head up now. UltraBond. Only about a point range. Crude's heading toward its daily low. Hit its daily low about 5 hours ago. Now it's coming down hard again. It's had about a just about 80 tick range, not even a point so far. Natural gas came down harsh last night. It has over 200 tick range. It just recently hit a new low of the day. And the Russell has about a 14 tick range. So that's where we stand. We look for some good trades. We see the UltraBond has been heading up. That short signal came in just as I was getting that long signal. 9 ticks since then. Gold heading up right now. It seems like everything's heading up right now, so for that copper that just popped. Morning, Vincent. How are you today? Did you get some sleep? I'm going to do a quick look through. See kind of action we've seen overnight. Look for some confirmation of seeing a nice bounce there off that. Looking at my new toy here of the RSI. You see back here at about 3:30 Eastern. This came up top as soon as it broke through the line. This yellow line was almost at the 70. So if I find out that, I've noticed that once it breaks, if it's almost near the 70 line, the yellow SMA line, that once it breaks through like that, it's a good time for a short. And as you can see, that's what started this big move down. See also here where it broke the third band. This is a good and broke the band on the RSI. Seeing a decent 10-point pullback there. It was quick, only 2 minutes, and it started going back up again. So you would have to be on your toes. Actually, probably really hard to trade being on your toes. But continuing to look. UltraBond apparently pulling back. I'll check that in 1 second. Yeah, pulling back. See here in the UltraBond, we did come up where our RSI line was above the 70 line, not by much. It's come down and it's just kind of bounced back off its SMA. So it looks like this might be continuing, but we are towards the top of our RSI range, so it might be something you want to keep an eye on. What's Delta say today, Vincent? I'm assuming positive Delta. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Positive Delta today? Copper. If we can see back here, we almost hit the 80 line. Right. 17. Actually, right here. Stayed above. Then once it broke again. Right there. Came down and it started a slight down move. We had gotten in there. 460 down to 405. It wouldn't have been a huge move, but it would have been decent. Yep, that's what I figured. So, interesting conundrum here. I'm not taking it, but we'll see what it does. We see we did get a short signal here. Now we still have a strong uptrending SMA line, but you see that the RSI SMA has already started kind of, it came up almost touched that 70 line. It's almost and it's starting to pull back, and it's already broken through. This looks like it might actually be a short. We'll see if it bounces here off this SMA, or if this was definitely a good predictor. You see that the price actually did get above the 80 line. So this pullback here, you know, the best time would have been to jump in here. It's only really gone 2 ticks. So we also are seeing that there's not a lot of activity right now on the bonds. You see a lot of dashes here instead of candles. Oh, and big move back up there. So that's our answer. Copper continuing to head up. Copper is hanging around the 70 line. And UltraBond going back with the buy signal. We're going to continue to watch the bond just to see how it works, how it reacts to this. We see that it did get, like I said, it did get below the SMA. The SMA is just kind of flat, heading, looks like it wants to head back down. So this could be an up, back up a little bit, and then come down. But there's the buy signal in the UltraBond. We're not going to take that. Agriculture. Spotty and sideways overnight. Slightly up. Corn. Same thing. Oh. Bitcoin still heading in the, still sitting in the 43,000s. I knocked that signal down without even looking at what it was. Good job. UltraBond. UltraBond's still trying to come back up here. Seems to be struggling. Gold. This is a short signal here. Kind of wasn't paying attention, but it's come down 7 ticks since. Looking like it wants to pull back here. Now, I'm not going to take any trades on it, but we're going to watch this UltraBond. It looks like it is coming down. And one thing I've been wanting to really check out with this RSI thing is, you know, if the R the SMA line on the RSI does start showing a downtrend, does that mean it's foretelling a downtrend coming? So we'll see if this continues. I don't think it's gonna come down hard because you still have these uptrending bottom bands here, but we shall see. You can actually see now even if I just followed the short signal, which I would never do normally, because I don't usually go into an uptrending band like this, especially this was a pretty good uptrend, but this has come down 2 ticks so far. Or if I had gotten in on that candle, it would be down still 2 ticks. So we'll see. Maybe not. There's a big bounce. So, alright. Then continue learning, and we'll check those other signals on the Russell. And natural gas. Russell sending a buy signal here. Not 100% sure that's set up. We are about 10 minutes or 9 minutes from the top of the hour. Should see some more volatility. News events today. What news events do we have today? Anything? Let me find my calendar. I think I'm in the wrong window. Economic calendar for today. We have initial jobless claims at 8:30 Eastern, and the PPI report for the month of December, and year over year. So things could be a little bit interesting in about 40 minutes or so. Thank everyone for joining me this morning. Early Thursday morning. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you have any questions or comments. always feel free. And always feel free to hit that like button for that YouTube algorithm. Natural gas sending a buy, crude sending a buy, NQ sending a short, S&P sending a short. A lot of movement all of a sudden. Kind of got distracted a little bit there. Checking the calendar, we see copper came up here above the 70 line, pulled back there. Then we were watching it here. It's back below that, excuse me, SMA line, and it's pulled back. Let's see, 9 ticks. Not sure about this Nasdaq though. Excuse me, it's morning. The last short signal you see was a failure. And as Vincent said, we do have a positive delta. So we see it already popped back up. But we are pretty small candles right now for the Nasdaq. I do kind of like the setup on the Nasdaq, but I'm just gonna watch it. It looks like got the same setup here on the S&P. Guessing a little of this. I bet this goes down like 5 or 10 points, and it's gonna make me regret not taking it. But sometimes you just gotta sit and learn, watch what things are doing. There'll always be another trade, and you want to look for A plus setups. And I'm not sure this is an A plus setup because we've had this long uptrend. These these reversals haven't panned out really, so we shall see. Gold on that short signal that I wasn't paying attention to has come down 16 ticks. So that'll been an excellent trade. Nasdaq didn't even give us 5 so far. It's crawling back up. Crude gave us this buy signal a couple minutes ago. Seems like it wants to try and head back up. What I didn't notice, this was a miss on my part. Like I said, I gotta come up with alerts for this stuff. We did get below the 70, I mean, sorry, the 30 line here on this candle. So, could have went for a good scalp there. It's already up, oh wow. Actually, I've been a great scalp there. So once it got above the yellow line on this candle, could have jumped in there. And it's already gone up 14 ticks. That'd been an excellent scalp. There's the top of the hour. See what kind of movement we get here. Penny. UltraBond is trying to head back up. Been a good buy signal now, it looks like. Gold popping back up from this pullback. Yeah, that's what you want to call it. I'm not sure what I call it, a pullback. So we see NASDAQ here, if you just look at our normal chart. This came up here, it's pulled back. Did send us the short signal here. Now coming back up to the SMA line. We'll see if it breaks and continues up. But there's a good chance it's going to bounce here and then head back down. We'll watch if it gets below. Oops, I just knocked down a signal without seeing it. If it gets back below this point here, then maybe we'll go for a short. Let's see what I knocked down. ES. ES got jealous that I was giving attention to the NASDAQ. ES is making that same move. Natural gas is also making a nice move. Buy signal there on the ES. But NASDAQ's bouncing off its SMA and coming back down. Copper, big candle down. ES did immediately pull back off that long signal. Finding a NASDAQ chart. Ooh, big move there on the NASDAQ. ES sending a short signal. We're in on 2 micros on the NASDAQ. I only went with 2 because I wasn't sure if that might be the big move right there. It is hitting its 200 EMA right here, so it might be a bad time to get in. We'll see. Definitely don't need a 30 point or 20 point stop. We'll put the stop back here above that last candle, which was a 7 point candle. Moving down at high velocity. Watching, we see we are down at the 30 line on the RSI. Ooh, big reversal here, big pullback. That looks like a reversal candle. Let's let it finish. Got a short signal now in gold as well. Candle did finish. Really does look like a reversal candle. It did go through the bottom band. See here. Yep, that was a reversal candle. I'll give it a little bit of room before I cut it. Oh, maybe not. That's why I gave it a little bit of room before I cut it. Oh, darn it, I forgot to show my chart again. I'm sorry, guys. There's my chart on my NQ trade. It's struggling here. Let's look at resistance or support. It'll be the support right here at 84. We're at 92 now. It's continuing to head down. Arch trying to. What's Crude doing? Oh, Crude sending a short signal. We see a possible bounce off that 30 line. Now remember, we gotta remember about RSI is so many people use RSI that it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. A lot of people might look to set an order there to, you know, buy. So that's one of the things you gotta watch about it. If I gotten in right off that short signal, I would have got in 5 points better. It is now below the 200 EMA. hanging out here. There's copper heading back up. Just bounced off my entry point. Back down. Trying to watch a little bit of everything. Yep. There's the possible reversal. Heading back up. Let's see if it bounces off that SMA line. Natural gas. We'll ignore for now. So we're back up. We are. See if we. I have the stop just above the SMA line. Let's see if it bounces here. For doesn't bounce, that means the trade's wrong. Gold's the yeah, gold signal that we got earlier. It came down 6 ticks so far, a bit more actually if you count the wicks. That would be a good signal. Looks like we're gonna take a loss on this Nasdaq. We'll see. I think the Russell's already sending a buy signal. Russell's already sending a buy signal. We're trying to bounce. It's, yep, just got stopped out. So that's our first loss. So we see that it did bounce off that 30 line or just above it, and it came back up. So didn't break the band. No definite indication. Although once we got like 2 or 3 green candles, probably should have got out there. Might have been able to salvage a couple dollars in profit, but it wasn't that big of a loss. And we'll live to fight another day. Let's see how big of a loss it was. It was an $18 loss. It's heading back up now. So we were going kind of against the trend on that trade as well. Well, I mean, it's kind of sideways, but we were heading up for an hour or so. And as I'm sure uh, Vincent will remind us, Delta said positive. If I had gotten in right off that sell signal, hadn't waited, so what happened is I got in as this candle was heading down fast, and if I just gotten in here off that short, we could have got our 10 points off of it. We okay. ES sending a buy signal now, or trying to. Gold. So gold was the one I should have taken. I can see here. At that point, we've gone with a 1 point stop. We're at 13 ticks so far. Let's see how it goes. ES sending that buy signal. Nasdaq is looking good, a bit flat. Jumping in here on this buy, Vincent. I'm kind of waiting out to see because we really aren't getting a lot of. It's coming down, but still seems rather slow. Oh yeah, and we have news in 15 minutes. That was a buy on the Nasdaq as it jumped up 4 points. Gold still heading downward. I should have jumped in, maybe. Seems like it's might wanting to head upwards. Let's look. We have, here's where it topped earlier. 914. So we're 8 points away from that. So it has some room to get up there. Check our RSIs on each product. Everything's kind of like right at the mid-range. UltraBond, you can see is grinding up. Crude grinding down. Nice bounce there off midline. Gold sending a buy signal. S&P sideways. Big move there up on gold. 12 big 12 ticks. So off that short signal, I blew up the wrong chart again. Off that short signal on gold, we got looks to be 18 ticks. That would have been a good trade. Very good trade. And I mean, that was a big, just a big move up all of a sudden there. And now we have a wick that's bigger than the body, so that's indicating that this might continue heading downward. But again, we did hit the 30 line. That's where we bounced. Well, maybe bounced. Looks like I might want to continue coming down. We'll watch it. Nasdaq is seeming like it wants to show green, and it's going to make me regret not getting in here. We're up 6 points so far off that long signal. But I mean, I don't really regret. I mean, I could have scalped that, but I don't. I think I'm not sure what kind of response the news at 8:30 is gonna give us. So, yeah, pull back. So we didn't really get far. Got 6 points. Gold is continuing to come down. So that was just a weird. I blew up the wrong chart again. I wonder how many times I'll say that this morning. We could start a drinking game, although it's kind of early for that. So gold has now gone more than 12. Normally we're looking for like 24 ticks, and it's already gone more than that. So that would have been an excellent signal. So that was a missed, definitely a missed signal. I mean, I missed opportunity, I should say. I saw it when we were in that NASDAQ trade, and I decided not to act on it. But you can see that this was just a pullback on this definitely now strong downtrend. It's gone down 4 points in the last 40 minutes. So that's a very nice move on gold. Signal here on crude. Crude was coming down, so it must be trying to come back up. It is. It is. Good morning, Evolved. Excuse me. Still move. Gold still moving down. So obviously I missed an excellent trade there. But we are. Let's watch this. Below the definitely below the RSI. Down to about 21 on there. Let's see if we're bouncing. Yeah, big bounce there. That might be the bottom of this move for now, at least. Though again, not jumping in here. I want to see what the news brings in 5 minutes. But this was so far about actually full move, scale of this move was 11 ticks. This is gonna be one of these ones I'm gonna regret. I should jump in here probably scalp 5 ticks. Let's see what it does. Big move there up on the Nasdaq. Gold. See, okay, yep. I should have listened to my instincts there. Jumped in. Could have grabbed 5 to 10 ticks. Nasdaq trying to move up. We are just a minute away from the half hour. Jobless claims report. Russell coming down. Here's the gold coming back down. So bounced off the SMA. There's the report. Oh, big move down here on the Nasdaq. Oh, sorry, big move up here on the Nasdaq. Wowzers, that's why I didn't jump in, although I should have. Wow. It's all 36 on that candle. It's back down to 26, but ouch. So I should have jumped in on that buy signal. Seeing a big 8-point move up on the ES. Pull back now to 4 points. A little bit of a bump on gold. Treasuries don't seem to really care much. Copper doesn't really seem to care much. The energies don't seem to care much, but we're going on. Looks like we might be heading upwards here. Trying to figure out if we want to jump in or not. Oh, no, maybe, nope, that's a good, well, now it's indecisive, so, well, no, it's not. Don't mind me, I'm here rambling and mumbling. It's just the best thing to do when you're live talking to people. It seems like this might be our direction, but we are breaking our third band each time, so hard to tell. Zoom in, watching. Nice move there. So I should have jumped in there. It's 13 points. Should have jumped in there, really. Let's see if I had. I think I'm still being a little too cautious on things. So, would have needed 12 points. Let's see. Actually, it probably would have stopped me out unless I was running a 15-point stop. So, but obviously it's gone deep. Went up at least 30 points off that buy signal. It's again interesting. Hit the 70 line on the RSI and pull back. 6-point pullback. More if you count the wick. But right back up. Big, strong 10-point candle. Just kind of watching here. Let it settle out. Check up UltraBond. UltraBond doesn't like it. UltraBond sending a short. UltraBond doesn't care. So gold continued to come down. It reacted, and so you see here off that short signal now came down 43 ticks and might be still coming down more. Did get above the S&P. Oh, I don't have the 80 line drawn out on the S&P, but it did get above 80 here on this candle, which did foresee that 2-point pullback. But that would have been kind of dangerous. As you see, it's still kind of, it looking like it wants to head up. I need to draw out that 80 line. Crude heading. upwards. Natural gas sending a buy signal. Nasdaq up, down, up, down, up. Like up, up, up and away maybe. But we get back up, nope, down. There's the bounce on gold. Big bounce there. 16 tick candle followed by a 9, 10 tick candle. Huge bounce. Gold sending the buy signal as I'm talking about it. Continuing to head up. Be interesting to see if this is a pullback. See, it's coming right back down. Or it's trying to. Is this just another pullback like here? And then move further down? If it is, it's a much stronger one than here. Let's go see what the jobless claims had to say. I'm gonna find my handy dandy Twitter. Oh, U.S. initial jobless claims rose the highest since mid-November. Applications for U.S. State unemployment insurance rose unexpectedly for a second consecutive week to the highest in 2 months, suggesting that a recent surge in COVID-19 cases could be leading to dismissals. Initial unemployment claims totaled 230,000 the week ending January 8th, up 23,000 from the previous period. Economists expected 200,000. Oh, that's not a good sign for the economy. UltraBond sent us a buy signal. I'm kind of waiting. Bond's been not really following through on anything. So now we are pulling back here on the NASI. That was a 15-point pullback. Back below its SMA line on the RSI. Kind of sideways now, basically. Gold, I should have jumped in on that buy signal. Nice rebound there. Very nice rebound. We're slightly underneath the SMA line on the RSI on the NASDAQ. That's a mouthful to say. SMA on the RSI. Signal on Kappa. Kappa. You see the pullback here. And we saw this. This is choppy. I mean, this was a choppy, very choppy move up. Doji candle here. There's a good signal to get that we reached the top. Didn't really, the RSI really didn't show us. Wow, that's a big move down. The RSI really didn't show us that was the top, but that candle did. The Doji red candle is a very good sign of a reversal. We could have waited for this candle to confirm, jumped in there. In which case, we would have got the 16 to 20 ticks I'm normally looking for. See, that came all the way down from there to there. This obviously would have been a good short signal. I gotta be reacting to these signals better than I am. I seem to be a little bit slow this morning. Big move down on crude there too, 15 ticks. Bounce here on the S&P off the SMA, and the AMP, and the ENA, and the FDA, and the RSI, and the FBI. Does anyone new tuning in? I just confused the heck out of them. Off that short signal, we only got 12 ticks. A little bit more on the wick here, so 75 down to 10, 13 ticks. Reversal there. Nasdaq heading back up. High that news candle there was 938. We're at 934 now. Just got back above our yellow SMA line on the RSI. I have an MNQ chart up. I actually remember to show it this time. If it breaks above that 38. I'm gonna enter. For now, we're pulling back. Good morning, Walt. I'm doing good. Excuse me, I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning? Sounds good to me. Not in anything right now. This morning I've taken one very tiny loss, like $16. Last night I went on stream, I went 5 for 5, $134 gain. Trying to build off that. For the month, I'm up $800, where I was before that $16 loss. So $784 now. Now I am in this Nasdaq. I just jumped in an NQ trade as it broke that high earlier of 938. My stop below this candle here. Pull it back. See if we have momentum here. Pull the 10-point stop loss here. That was a 12-point candle up. Coming back down. See if it's just getting some breath. Probably should have looked at resistance further back. It really hasn't been. Are we at the high of the day? We're at the high of the day. Yep, we are at the high of the day. Don't like the fact that that 5-minute candle hit the Bollinger Band. Been nice to know beforehand, but let's see what happens. We see copper off that short signal. down 20 ticks. It looks like UltraBond sending me a signal. Let's see what it says. Short. Ignore that right now. There we go. There now I'm seeing some velocity on the NQ. Let's see if we can continue it. Seems to be straight. Just hit that same high that did just a couple candles ago. High's 947. This candle hit 947. See if it's can get above 947 here. There we go. Nope, there. I saw I did see 948. Sound like an auctioneer. I have 948. Can I get 949? 949. Anyone? Going once. Going twice. Pause in here a bit. Still right around that 947 area. It's not 946 and a quarter. Struggling there. It's trying. It thinks it can. It thinks it can. It thinks it can. And there's 949. Pulled back right away. Wait, now. Yep, that was a pullback. So you see, we've gotten up to 47, 47, 48, 47, 49, but just struggling to get above that area. If you can get above 950, you might see it go. There, just hit 950. That copper would have been a great trade to take. There we go. Now we're getting some momentum. Oh, and all of a sudden lost it all, just like that. Wow. Big move back down. Top of the hour in a little over 2 minutes. back below that 47 level again that I was struggling with. Pulling back to the SMA. Probably gonna stop me out. Yep, stop me out. So 2 losses this morning. Small, very small. Ooh, that was one that was bigger than I thought it was. So we're only up $87 now. Just starting the morning at 134. So about $50 in losses so far this morning. That was a bummer. Gold came up. They consolidated. Now back below its SMA, heading back down, looks like. Yeah, but there's the short signal on gold, but we're gonna wait because we are less than half a minute from the top of the hour. Let's make sure nothing wonky happens. Yeah, looks like Nasdaq came down, stopped me out, went back up. There's that short signal on gold again. Is he trying? I think I lost my micro gold chart. What the heck? Why isn't it? There's gold. So at 9 o'clock, we're 30 minutes away from the bell. Do I thank everyone for joining me this morning. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Feel free to hit that like button. Hey, how you doing, Gabe? How you doing? Excellent. There's that short signal on gold, but it's been giving us that the last few candles. Let's see if it finally gives it to us for good. 9 seconds left. Up there it goes again. Uh, the action this morning feels slow. It's trying again. Now, if I had taken that first time, it kind of moved down. I'd already be in profit. That seems like it has a little bit better velocity to it. Still 30 seconds on this candle. Ready to sell the market. One regular size gold, since I'm not sure what happened to my micro gold chart. We're in. Oh yeah, there we go. Show my chart. There we go. Down one tick. We have a 10 tick stop on this. So if it stops me out, then it'll take my profit away for the day. Looking for 15 ticks. Do not want to see green. Kind of going sideways. Slow, 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 slow. So, Nasdaq did come down, stop me out, and continued to go back up to that 50 level that I was trying to get it above. So I did move my stop on that, and maybe it looks like I should not have. I would still be in that trade now, and it would still be heading upwards. Meanwhile, though, we are in this trade, and we're up 4 ticks. Watching it. It's right at the 30 line, so it's something to keep on the RSI, so it's something to keep an eye on. Oh, ouch. So big green candle back up here. Ouch. It's going to come up to stop me out. Oh, man. So last night was great. This morning so far has not been great. Copper with a move up there as well. Maybe I overreacted. It's being pushed back down. Hopefully sellers come back in here. Not liking the looks of this. Yeah, there we go. Stop out. Yeah. This this morning, just got stopped out. So my green night, 5 for 5 green evening last night has just been wiped out by an 0 for 3 red day. Now down $13 on the day. Action seems very muted. I mean, we're seeing 1 point candles on the Nasdaq at a few minutes before the open. It just doesn't seem volume must be down compared to a normal day, and I don't know why. So let's look at that. Volume here so far. How have I actually looked at what the volume is? 280. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you, Vincent. Well, the Nasdaq stop out was my own fault because I moved my stop and ended up hitting it. Uh, Gold's sending a buy signal now, but I'm not taking it. So let's just check what yesterday's volume was the same time. Yeah, volume's about half of what it was yesterday. Is everyone sleeping in this morning? Is it a holiday I'm not aware of? Yeah, we were seeing in the Nasdaq, we were seeing everything 400 to a little over 1,000 in volume this time of the morning. And this morning we're seeing 380. Okay, now we're starting to see the 400s. But look, there's 2 candles ago. We got 153, 140, 245, 251. So volume's down this morning. But Nasdaq did give me what I was looking for earlier. If I hadn't moved my stop, that would have been a win. So that was an unforced error on my part. The gold trade, that just didn't work out. Fortunately, because I must have accidentally closed my micro gold chart, I went in on full regular, so and I took the $100 loss. Gold coming back down now. This is the ebbs and flows of trading. Great night last night, horrible morning so far. Just gotta not let the horrible morning destroy your mood. The fact that this move on copper though moved down $750. That that that's a real bummer. Yes. You can see even the bands on the RSI are really tight this morning. Now crude did get above its yeah 70 line, pulled back here by like 10 ticks. Looks like it wants to bounce though. ES pulling back. Try to give it a short signal here. About 15 minutes to the bell. Hopefully we can get ourselves back to green. Not happy the fact that I gave back over about $150. Short signal there on crude. The market's so deadish right now that I mean, look here, the RSI got a little bit above that 70 line, pulled back. Could have jumped in as soon as it got back below 70, which would have been, the 812 candle or 912 candle. That would have been obviously a good grab, but I don't know. That not an A plus setup in my book. Let's look at what's making new highs and lows. So NASDAQ did end up making a new high of 961. ES sending a short signal here. Is this the pullback you're waiting for, Vincent? ES set a new daily high as well. Copper came down hard, as we saw. Did not make a new daily low yet. Bounced. Gold still mid-range. UltraBond did make a new daily high, grinding upwards. We had a slight new daily low on crude, but it's now back to mid-range. And natural gas is spilling out. So we'll see if after the open we get, excuse me, burping, get some action. Crude quick bounce. Copper with this nice bounce here. So you see gold. Maybe I need just a. Oh no, I tried to take that. Never mind. Gold looks like it wants to head back up. It's acting kind of squirrely. Morning, Ace. How you doing? Yep, I agree. I'm not gonna do any trades at this point until after the opens. Like I said, the things just don't seem to have a lot of volume today. HG, NQ, China's on the short now. As we wait, I'm answering a couple messages on Reddit. As we're just watching, is everything looks sideways. Obviously, that'll change at the open, but still, this just feels like a weird morning. Okay, I've answered my adoring public on Reddit. Crude with a signal. Natural gas is just continuing to head down. And I need to come up, this weekend I'm going to come up with the type of strategy I need to run on natural gas. So I think I'm missing out. If you look here, so we have some time here. 7 minutes to the bell. From here, let's go for 15. 15 by 10. What was that signal? Crude, okay. Moving good. Clone. That one would have stopped me out. Probably wouldn't have taken that one anyway, but maybe. Clone. And then the clones. That one would have worked. That one would have worked. Wouldn't have taken that. Clone. That one would have worked. That one would have worked. And say it with me, that one would have worked. So, like 6 out of 7, since last night. Now, we do see here, and I wasn't paying attention, it's close to the bell anyway. But, we were below this 30 line. Came down, so we see this bouncing up here. This might have been crossed that yellow line at 24, so this will be a good one to jump in. We see it's going up 12 ticks. That would have been an excellent move there. Could have got 150 bucks out of that per contract. It did the same thing here. Not only did it jump below the 30 line, but it also hit the band. Could have waited for the break of back above 30, which happened on that candle, first green candle. So that was a confirmation candle. Jumped in, could have got 20, 30, actually about 30 ticks off of that. So 300 bucks real quick. Got out as it hit the SMA. So definitely, I need to definitely start looking at natural gas more. You see here, it back here. This is a few hours ago, obviously, but it broke the Bollinger. Just as it broke the Bollinger here, is kind of a weird candle out of the blue, and that's what started this. Pretty much started this pullback that we've seen. So that also obviously would have been great entry. What do you think, guys? Up or down today on the indices, on the Nasdaq and the S&P? We've had a pretty good recovery over the last several days. Holy support and resistance lines, Batman. So since this big wick down here on Monday, where it hit a low of 72, I'm sorry, 45.72. We've come up 47.31, so about 180 points back up. Up, 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 up and away. Russell's heading up before anybody else is, though. Russell's just been kind of trying to head up now for the last few minutes. Gold. And we are 1 minute away from the bell. Gold with a short signal here. We'll move over to our ES and NQ charts, 5 minute, 1 minute, and watch the open. Let's see what the market gives us. I need to add a sound effect for a bell. There we go. There's the bell. Oop. First indication is long. New high of the day on the S&P. New high of the day on the NASDAQ. By just a tad bit, but pulling back right away. So far, just 4 points on the NASI. Pull back. Indecisive right now. We're now red on both NASDAQ and the S&P. Both trying to pull back to their SMA lines on the 5 minute. NASDAQ sending a short signal on the 1 minute. Let's look at their... Okay, on the NASDAQ is below Bollinger. Or it was. Never mind, now it's just weird. I have to add that to these charts. Copper sending me a signal there too. Not a huge response yet. Down just 5 points so far on the NASDAQ, and we have a doji candle on the ES. Buy signal on copper. So we'll see it get above. Short signal here on NASDAQ. It's below its Bollinger on the RSI though. It's actually into the Bollinger on the regular chart. 12-point move down on that last candle. Got some green now here on the ES. Still quite the muted response here on the NASDAQ. Green candle here. S&P did send a buy signal on the 1 minute. Had popped up by 2 points since that. I should have jumped on that. But I become kind of like a play-by-play announcer here during the open. We're up 12 points on this 1 minute candle. NASDAQ for the 5 minute since the open is now just about break even. Did set a new high of the day again here on the ES. And Q sending us a buy signal now as well. Big move, I thought. I don't see it though. Where's... No, ooh, big pullback there on the NQ. Good luck, Vincent. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, we did see a big break of both the Bollinger Band and the Bollinger, the third standard deviation band on the 1 minute chart, pulling back hard, 4 point pullback. Yeah, I was just about to go long too on the Nazi, and then all of a sudden, boom, big move down here at Crude, 20 ticks. NASDAQ still sending me that long signal, but I don't know if I want to trust that. It did set a slightly new high of the day. Definitely seeing ugliness on these candles here. No real decision. No real. Now you see the Nasdaq just pulled back. Had that 20-point candle up. Doji candle there, indicating reversal. Oh, 7 points back down. Copper, that buy signal failed. UltraBond sent that short signal that I was looking at earlier, and it did pull back, and then it went. Just knocked down a signal, but we'll find it. ES is now below, I believe, the price that it opened at. Am I right? This was the open, right? Yeah, this opened at 47.29. Yep, it's below. It's at 47.28. Nasdaq also trying to do that same thing below its open price. Gold trying to send a buy signal. It looks sideways-ish, like everything, just about everything does right now. NQ now sending a short. It's interesting. I'm almost tending to believe in that short. If it holds, it's, so far it gave pull back. Did break the Bollinger Band, third band. 12-point candle down there. It's now sending the short signal. Big move. I'm not sure I like that big of a candle. It's well down below the Bollinger Band. 18 points. It's below the Bollinger on the SMA as well. See if this pulls back. It does. Entering here, maybe? That was a mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. I entered on huge as I thought it was going to continue to head down. Yep. Big mistake. We'll give it room to breathe, I guess. Ouch. Yep, stopped out. That was a huge mistake on my part. That quick, we stopped out. I didn't even get the chart up. So took an $80 loss there. Mistake. Big mistake. Stupid mistake. Down 93 on the day now. So it went from 134 up to 93 down. Frustrated. That was stupid. Long signal now on NASDAQ. Big wick on that long signal indicates not to take it. Of course, it just blew up. Of course. Yeah, total stupidity on my part on that trade. I just took that loss on that. I didn't even get the chart up. I was literally out in less than a minute. Not only did it break well below the Bollinger Band, but it broke below the Bollinger Band on the SMA. I'm sorry, on the RSI. And that was just a bad trade. That was a bad take. I will say, trading with TradingView or any of these things, it's very hard to see how far something is going below the band or how much the band is bending. Or at least on the regular chart. I need to see if there's a way to adjust that. Staying out for now, looking for a better setup. Try and get back to green, but won't force it. ES once again broke the third band, pulled back. Honestly, you could be playing third band breaks here and winning. We look at this. Broke the third band, pull back by 2 points. Broke the third band here, came up 3 points or more. Broke the third band here, came down 5 points. That'd been a good strategy right there. Copper completely sideways. Gold still not doing much at all. Someone poke it to see if it's alive. Is it alive? Gold. Looking like it wants to go down. There's that short signal on gold. Has been slowly grinding down. Got a micro gold up. It's pulling back though. Coming back up. natural gas. Just up and down on the indices there. You see NASDAQ, that's an ugly looking chart. Oops. Yep, now gold coming back down. It reversed off that signal over 10 ticks. Now come back down 13. Yep, not my morning. That would have been a great signal to take here, but still looking for something. UltraBond continues to head down. So since this short signal, which did reverse like 6 ticks before it went, 1903 down to 89.24, down 11 ticks. NASDAQ looks like it's trying to head back up. Yes, trying to head back up. Russell's kind of out ahead. So the Russell's out in front of the other indexes by a lot. Bitcoin's gotten above 44,000. Tesla's gotten above 1100. I guess I did that yesterday. Now that I look at it. Russell continuing 7 green candles in a row there. 10 points off of that move. But let's look at that Russell. Russell is above 70 line, about 75. Watch for that pullback. It's the 8th green candle if it holds. Oh, there's might be the pullback. Check what gold's doing. Buy signal there on gold. Kind of interested in this Russell though. Thank you. Short signal, big move down. 21 points down. UltraBond with a buy signal. That crude signal looks like it would have been good.